Right now, you're just, again, we're thinking about strategy. So right now, it's not all that important to dive out there and take a chance on losing some spots. I say you just go to school. You kind of try to figure out, if I did dive out, is there anybody going to go with me? I don't know if these guys talk to each other on the radio.
Oh, trouble!
Man.
Into the wall. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Hard impact.
Caution's out,
Joey Coulter in the 22 truck. That Chevy Silverado into the wall hard. Joey Coulter.
Blew a tire, Harold.
Yeah, he blew a tire.
Bottom. Let me get out of the racetrack. You're okay, you're okay. Come on, everybody sees you. They're all bringing back down. They're all backing down.
Yeah, that thing took it blew a tire right. Dead right.
Thank goodness for those safer barriers.
Can you believe that, Phil? If they can hit those walls today like they do and just come on in and
we heard Joey. It didn't even knock the breath out of him.
Didn't knock the breath out of me.
Let's look back at what just took place.
And lucky for everybody
right in the middle
else.
Of the screen, that's the black number 22. Timothy Peters, the 17 right behind him. Boy, the timing was absolutely perfect. It just blew. He got out of the way. Timothy Peters was able just to keep his line and drive right on by. Here's another view. You see the piece of rubber fly around, undoubtedly ran over something. We really haven't had any tire issues whatsoever here. Goodyear brought such a great tire. That's why these guys haven't had to change them.
Yeah, and 30-odd laps. We've seen guys run them 100 laps down here, so that's obviously cut it down.
Limping back to pit road and into the garage will be the 22 of Joey Coulter. His evening ending not the way he wanted it to.
Boy, he had some really bright rotors the last time down the front stretch.
Ray, I think one of the things that all these guys have talked about down here all week long is dragging the brake. In other words, trying to keep a little pressure on the brake so the guy behind you can shove you. And Todd Bodine and he were really working hard together. And I think maybe Hornaday was dragging the brake a little bit.
There goes that hood.
Up, and there goes the hood.
The hood in front of the windshield for Justin Marks, and he is into the outside wall. The caution will come out once again.
I'm amazed it lasted as long as it did.
That's a shame.
An unbelievable tough night for Justin Marks when all of the other trucks fired up. His didn't. And then he has problems with the hood pins on his truck where he has to have the Bondo put on, or the Barabon put on to keep that hood down, and now it finally gave way.
There's another viewer. There he is. And Brendan Gaughan had committed to the high side. He's going to follow him. But Brendan may have made contact with the outside wall. Maybe he didn't.
I don't think he did.
That's going to get us in our window, though. We're going to complete 66 laps right here. Pit road is closed this time.
Justin Marks will pull that truck onto the apron and then into the garage. A lot of damage to the right side. A tough ending for Justin Marks tonight. Pit stops coming up, and they're pivotal.
Every race we've seen down here so far, there's been a pass from turn 4 to the start-finish line. Michael knows that. He finished third in his 150 yesterday, so I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing.
I remember trying to get Travis Kvapil to win here as he came off the turn 4 and looked like he had the lead that no one would. Travis Kvapil involved in this one. He gets sideways, and now they pile up behind him.
Hornaday's in it. Brendan Gaughan is in it.
Looks like Todd Bodine potentially in it as well.
Look at all these
They're not
trucks in
done
the back.
wrecking yet.
Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton, Max Pappas, all in this. TJ Bell had such a good run going. He's in it.
Todd Bodine, a lot of damage to that race truck. The 4th caution comes out, and it is the big one.
Heard somebody's radio, and I believe it might have been Travis Kvapil that said he lost a tire.
Travis was right in front of this group.
They're getting mighty racy. I know that back in here trying to get position. They're getting a little wadded up here.
Watch the 5 right there.
Oh, yeah, he did. Looked like he definitely had a tire going down as he hit it up the track right in front of oncoming trucks. That 30 was on the outside, 33. Got them all.
Yeah, Jason White was involved on that. I didn't see him the first go round. Craig Ghost as well. There's Nelson Piquet Jr. I believe he's going to avoid it. And then the aftermath. Then they start wrecking behind him with Max and Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton all getting involved.
When you're this close together, yeah, you see Kvapil's truck just take off.
And a head of steam.
That might have been a left rear tire that went down.
He had a left front down, and it didn't appear that the rights were. It appeared the rights were okay.
Yeah, the left rear looked like it had quarter panel damage even before it got to the outside wall.
Might have gotten into something, Phil, and knocked a piece of a fender or something in and cut that tire down.
Take a look real time.
Hold your breath.
Your eye on the 5.
Pretty crazy right here. Five's that yellow truck right there, about 5th or 6th back. Takes off up the hill and collects all these oncoming trucks. You're just along for the ride. You can't see. You don't know where everybody is. You see Crafton back here. He gets run into by the 20.
Johanna Long involved. There's Johnny Sauter. There's another view.
Anybody from the 5 on back looks like they were potentially in this thing with some damage.
The lucky ones, guys like Parker Kligerman at the 29.
How about Chris Fontaine at 84 getting by? Nice job.
Slipped by, yeah.
Take a look from up above.
And yeah, again, just watch the yellow truck there.
This is the aftermath.
Everything happening in front of them. They're checking up.
Oh my gosh.
Donnie Neuenberger got in the back of Johanna Long, pushed her into the 88 of Matt Crafton. That's what caught all these other trucks in this. There's Max Pappas. He obviously got involved as well.
And these guys back here had it. They would have missed that wreck if it weren't for Neuenberger in the 07. He just pushed them. He came in there wide open.
And just about got all the way to the 18 of Kyle Busch. Well, that's definitely going to change the complexion of this race.
Oh yeah, now we may see 2 lines because they're going to be a lot shorter than they were.
Sledgehammers coming out. He needs a bigger hammer.
Oh yeah, he's going to have to get up on there and jump up and down. There you go, get up on that thing.
Travis Kvapil, tire problems send him sideways, and then they pile up behind him. Not only the first pack, but the second pack involved as well. Numerous trucks, but now Elliott Sadler in the driver's seat.
How about Matt Crafton made a run up through the middle, got by Kyle Busch and Eric Almirola. Remember, he was involved in that incident.
Yeah,
looks like it hasn't hurt his truck too much.
For whatever reason, that 18 truck doesn't have a lot of speed in it. He just
Problems.
Here we go.
Got the 77 around the 81 of David Starr also goes around.
Hold the brake.
Justin Lofton in the 77. Now we're seeing David Starr in that 81 go backwards. Also saw the 10 of Jennifer Jo Cobb make the hard left turn and go down pit road, going quite a bit faster than pit road speed.
As long as she would try to slow down once she got to pit road. It's okay to go down pit road to avoid an incident and speed, but you have to slow down and try to get to pit road speed if you can.
Got a left rear down on the 77. I don't know if that's what happened or not. Let's see if he made contact or does something happen here.
He starts wobbling right there. Then it looks like maybe
Max Pappas
Max was right.
Possibly Max got into the back of him and got him loose. The left rear tire is down. I don't know if it's from the slide or not. Probably is.
I think David Starr, an innocent victim there. You can see at the top of your screen Jennifer Jo Cobb, and she was definitely slowing down. There's another view. You see the 77 wobbling, and that throws him out into the outside into David Starr. Look at Jennifer Jo. What a nice decision she made to go down pit road.
Saw that 81 of David Starr coming in front of her. Held it hard left and went right down pit road. Slowed down, as you mentioned.
Super slow motion.
Yeah, look back in there and see.
There's the contact between the 77 and the 81. Turns David right down in front of Max Pappas and the damaged 30 truck of Todd Bodine.
Jennifer Jo Cobb, let's ride along with her at speed.
There you go. You're good. You're good. You're good. Pit road. Pit road. Pit road. Pit road. Pit road. Now you need to start slowing down. Start slowing down. You got to reduce your speed. There you go. There you go. Reduce your speed. You're going to be fine. Just roll right off the end of pit road, and we're good to go.
We have to give credit to Keith Barnwell because he called that whole thing for her.
Wreck ahead. Stay on.
Because the track has been repaved, you could turn that truck down on the pit road as fast as she was going and not spin it out.
So give me some air, and you still see the steam rolling out at the base of the windshield of the 18 of Kyle Busch. Is he going to get shuffled out of the way? Here comes the 31 of James Buescher up the middle.
I don't know if there's any room, but there trouble.
They go.
Problems as they go through the triangle. Austin Dillon is caught up in it. The 31 of Buescher's caught up in it.
That's the rest of the field.
They're all in it. They're all in it.
There's only 2 guys left running.
The 2 that made it through, Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip. Take a look at the cars, trucks that are still under their own power.
Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, Miguel Paludo. James Busher jumps to the inside. Let's see who makes contact first. James Busher's good.
They just start bouncing around back in there.
It was really Brad Sweet in the 32 truck. Maybe the 32 got hooked by the 51 truck. Red flag is out.
That's kind of what it looked like. They just started moving around. They were wobbling as they were going down toward turn 1 there. Truck gets really free coming through the tri-oval here, especially when you get them 3 wide like that.
It was 3 wide in front of where the truck that got a little bit.
Here's another look now. Watch.
A little bit sideways.
Watch watch behind the blue truck. That's the 32 behind the blue truck. Looks like he may have got pushed from behind, and that got him into the truck on the inside.
I believe that.
Is that Eric Almirola, maybe the 51 truck?
That black truck has
and the
Almirola.
Parker Kligerman.
Yeah, Almirola got it going.
I think he got in the back of Brad Sweet, possibly.
Yeah.
And then turned him sideways.
And, buddy, when he did.
There's another view. Watch behind the blue truck now. Watch behind the blue truck.
He'll catch the 29 of Parker Kligerman.
I don't think the 51 was into the back of him, DW.
It almost looked like the 32 and the 18 made some contact.
Blocks the track, and nobody had anywhere to go. Ricky Carmichael did a nice job going down through the grass to avoid that.
About a $500,000 junkyard right there. We just keep looking at this. We'll figure it out. The 31 is going to squeeze in right here, and this is what starts to create the commotion. Looking.
Yep, here we're going to. You see Busher start wobbling there a little bit.
Little bit of movement.
What's then maybe the 93 of Cole Witt may have got into Brad Sweet, possibly. Yep. Right into his left rear corner. How about Miguel Paludo, that white truck, avoiding that's going to end up in the 3rd spot when they get to turn 1.
But Phil, you know, when they start moving around like that, all that movement, you really don't have control of your truck.
You talked about at the very opening of the show. You run just as fast down that portion of the racetrack. It's only banked 18 degrees.
The things really get free and light coming through there.
3 wide here. Looking to make it 3 wide. Hold your line up top. Wrecking.
Yeah, that lick. Whoever was under the 31 got into the 31, and I think may have started that. And we think it may have been Cole Witt.
There's Timothy Peters. He's going to be another one of the guys, the fortunate ones that gets through this.
If you can get through this, you're Houdini. That's all I know. Look at this. How are you going to get through here? How are you going to get through here?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. All right, let's look at this real close now. These guys right here, and maybe this is where it came from. 2 black trucks down on the inside. Now let's see where they go. 31.
He squeezes the 29 down a little bit. There's the 32. He starts wiggling. He started wiggling. The 51 of Almirola did not get in the back of that 32. He just got a little bit loose, like you talked about, turned sideways and got into the truck on the inside.
Clipped him and turned him right into the 31. Get enough looks at this thing, we'll figure it all out eventually. Oh my, look at that at real time.
That was a hard hit by Parker Kligerman.
And I'm not sure, Phil, but down in there may not be any safer barrier. I think that's right in a part of the racetrack where they don't have safer barrier.
Just before it starts back for the corner.
Yeah, they had just gone through the
There's
tri-oval.
a start-finish line right there. Just past that.
Now
there was some safer barrier there.
They caught some of it right at the end of the safer barrier. Yeah. You can see, if you look on the outside, you'll see those blocks of styrofoam.
Yep.
Yeah, right. He caught it right on the end.
Piece of sheet metal flying through the air and
flying everywhere.
Thank goodness that it landed in the infield.
What an amazing job, though, by Miguel Paludo to avoid this, as well as Timothy Peters. And those essentially were the only 4 trucks to emerge unscathed.
Green, white, checkered 4th. green-white-checkered at Daytona in this, the 12th race.
Hey, let's don't forget Kyle Busch, too. He's still on the lead lap.
You can't ever count out Kyle Busch.
Well,
Pace truck has made its way onto pit road. Here we go. First attempt at a green-white-checkered. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, green flag back in the air.
there he goes, letting him right down in front of him like they did on all the other restarts. So
now Cobb also tucking in behind the 7 of Miguel Paludo.
Remember, we got 2 Toyotas. Miguel Paludo's in a Toyota. Elliott Sadler's in a Chevrolet.
But now Michael's got people behind him, and he doesn't really know for sure what they can or will do.
Down the back stretch they go. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, 1 and 2.
Remember, a Chevrolet has never won here in the Truck Series at Daytona.
2 by 2 back there for the 4th position. Timothy Peters in the 17 trying to get that outside line to run.
Just can't, boy, it takes too many laps to get there from the outside.
Coming out of 4. White flag will be in the air. One more time around Daytona. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, 1 and 2.
It's going to be between those 2 guys. They have actually gapped everybody else. So I think it's going to be between them. And boy, Michael's getting a little aggressive now. He's starting to work that back bumper.
I thought he was going to pick the rear wheels off the ground.
Yeah, he's not going to give it to him. He said, you're going to have to earn it, dude.
They've pulled away from the pack. Down the back stretch they go. Can the pack catch them by the time they get out of turn 4?
Remember, the next flag will end this race.
Look at how Michael's got the whole back end of the 2 truck of Sadler off the ground.
Into 3 and 4. Elliott Sadler looking for his 2nd win in the Camping World Trucks. Michael Waltrip has never won in a truck, but he's won here twice.
Here he
comes to the finish line.
He got him, Mikey! You got him!
Got it.
All right!
Hell yeah!
Hey, guys, look at the rear spoiler on Mikey's truck.
Michael
Waltrip,
he doesn't have a rear spoiler.
Has won his first ever Camping World Truck Series race 10 years
Yikes.
to the day
Yikes.
of his first Daytona 500
I can't believe I'm up here doing this race, and he's out there doing what he does, and here we are again, 10 years later. February the 18th.
To the day.
Yeah, baby.
Remember now, there's a minimum angle that spoiler has to maintain.
I think we might have a problem.
Might have a bit of a problem maintaining that angle.
Yes, it was gone.
Yeah, he's missing a very critical part of these vehicles.
Well, and we heard earlier in this race, yeah, you see that spoiler.
This is essentially a brand new team. This is what was left of Billy Baloo Motorsports. Vision Airlines bought this team, so this is their actual first attempt. And they could end up in victory lane. But what a great job and what a great drive by Michael Waltrip.
Here's what I guarantee you. The win will stand. Now, there might be a fine, there might be a penalty because of that spoiler coming down, falling down, but I guarantee the win will stand.
He's going to get the win.
I think he will.
And he will become...
You guaranteed just a moment ago.